both teams are ready. You'll see the little Reddit alien around here somewhere. I'm trying to play Weatherman, but figured it was a nice little touch. So we are going to be ready to go here in a second. It should reset again, I believe. So it will reset again. So we have aliens up in generator, Marines down in terminal. So welcome to the Reddit tournament. Again, randomized teams picked from a bunch of different skill levels. They are playing 8v8 because it's a little bit more friendly to teams who aren't as coordinated, which pickup groups really are as coordinated. A lot of these players haven't had competitive experience. As you see, the aliens doing a lot of work here in Courtyard. A lot of dead Marines. So these Marines that are alive are actually defending halfway decent. I'm just checking where the alien commander is expanding to. It looks like he's going for maintenance. He already has stability growing. These Marines are going to push hard into stability. Mind-boggling gets away with a black bar. Toasty going to try to sneak up on J-Craw. Does a lot of damage to him before he can really do anything about it. There are multiple skulks in base. The commander jumps out.
Taking damage.
They do defend it, so a lot of pressure by the aliens so far, but also the Marines just took out stability. So good pressure by both teams. The Marines really don't have a whole lot of res at this point, but they are also blocking the aliens from getting a lot of res as well. And Knockstreak catches Cook. You'll see that these skulks are actually hiding out of So some good kills by these Marines up in stability. The Marine commander doesn't have a whole lot to support them with. He's only got 2 res towers, so he's working on actually expanding and getting res instead of trying to med pack them. So they will die eventually. It looks like they do have locker rooms building. They're waiting to drop bar. Probably going to drop East Wing as well. Let me just throw a score up very quickly. As I edit it very quick as well. So these aliens are coming hard at locker rooms. They seem to have figured out the derriere is here. And they're going to take this extractor out as quick as they can. J-Craw is going to come, but ends up backing out. Decides to play a little bit safer. Probably will get jumped on by mind-boggling here. So you do see the Marine Commander Red Top has expanded, or has chosen phase tech as his first upgrade, which is good on this map because this map is a giant pain in the ass to try to hold. It's very large, it's very hard to get to places, or not hard, it just takes a while to get to certain places. So getting a phase gate across the map is very beneficial to the Marine team, as Vampire held off for a while, but there were too many aliens there. Good kill by Knockstreak in Courtyard. The alien commander has dropped a shift in locker room, and SweetieBot decided to turn on it and finish it before any eggs can spawn here. So both teams have lost 20 res. The Marines did have more extractors, as there's a major incoming on these 2 aliens here. So these skulks do defend. the actually the res is even now, which isn't good for the Marine team, and they just started this phase gate and they're going to get jumped on already. They have to try to take out some of these skulks, but they're going to lose this phase gate. So Marines having a difficult time holding down the bar area. Aliens know the locker room is a very, very strong room to have, as the Marines choose departures instead. But they do need a presence on the left side of the map. They don't have anything at the moment, as SweetieBot is just chilling in locker rooms by himself. He's going to knife this this shift down. SweetieBot doing a lot of work in locker rooms. It looks like the aliens might be running into an egg lock issue, as they have tried to get shifts up but they haven't been able to do so. And they can't take locker rooms because SweetieBot has just set up shop here. So while the Marines aren't getting a lot of res, the aliens can't really do anything with the res that they do have. So they're working on, I'm assuming, getting a shift somewhere outside of their main base, but it looks like they'll be content to just... I'm looking for a shift, but I can't find one. SweetieBot's going to be ambushed here. He gets one skulk, gets taken down by Rubik's though. So locker rooms does get claimed. Derriere by himself in bar again. So again, no tech out on the field yet for either team besides phase tech. We do have a shift hive evolved, but we don't see celerity or anything along those lines. And I would like to see the Marine Commander Red Todd drop a phase gate here in bar and have two guys cover, one guy build. Being able to assault locker rooms from here would be very beneficial to this Marine team. Although Nitro kind of giving away the fact that he's over there as he is parasited, there is some pressure on the alien hive here, as they are trying to take out this shift, and they do get it down. So all the aliens are alive, but I do think they're running into egg locking issues, as SweetieBot and Vampire have cleared out locker rooms and they're just going to work on this hive. You do have Pony X Slayer coming in, as well as mind-boggling to try to stop them. And it looks like all the aliens are converging in the locker rooms. There is a phase gate over here in the corner, though. So these aliens know they need to keep this. I would like to see a gorge, possibly, to heal up the hive, get it back up to full life, but these aliens now know that there is a phase gate here. The Marines are going to definitely need these mines that they just finished researching, and because these aliens are going to come hard at this phase gate. As you see Toasty actually sneak around, and I think the Marines lost the phase gate over here. I might have been watching the hive rush, but there was a phase over there. Excuse me as I cough into the stream, I'm sorry about that. So they do need a phase gate over in departures again, as another shift is going to go down here. These Marines just kind of lining up against the back wall here, just opening fire on this hive, giving themselves a lot of line of sight. The aliens are rushing the base though, so they might have to beacon here. Yep, they're rushing the power. As Red Todd jumped out of the command chair, seemingly by accident, trying to beacon, the power goes out, so that might be a fatal mistake.
Command station under attack.
So all of his Marines are out in different areas. He's dead. None of the Marines are respawning back in. So this could be devastating for this Marine team, because they did just kill a hive, but the aliens taking good advantage of pushing, and they do claim cafeteria, but Nitro and J-Craw are actually pushing through here. And they do finish off the aliens in their base, but this power node doesn't have a hole. It's going to take a long time to build. These aliens are going to come in and try to jump them when they're not paying attention. If they do get this power back on, though, this will be very large for this alien, or for this Marine team, because they'll immediately be right back into this game. So what they need is Red Tot to actually respawn and get into the chair and start recovering some of their losses. And he is right back into the chair. So they should know that there is a hive here in Cafeteria. It's completely undefended. It's so far from generator, and all it's going to take is just a couple Marines with an axe, and this hive will go down pretty quickly. So you see the arms lab is online here. Locker rooms does get claimed, so it looks like this hive in Cafeteria is just a sacrificial lamb or a blocking structure. There's Pony X Slayer is just chewing on this phase gate, and nobody's really coming through it. So they need to get some people through this phase gate and actually defend. A lot of people just standing around in base, and they may lose their major foothold. So they need to start welding this phase gate, as J-Craw is going to find Rubik's and mind-boggling. And they're not welding the phase gate, so it's actually going to go down pretty quickly as some Marines come through, but they're not stopping the one skulk on it. And it does go down. Nitro finishes him off. Vampire working on this hive. It's not going to go up, but it's they're working on it. Nox Streak building the extractor and leaving the ghost structure phase gate for now. Cafeteria does go down. So the Marines were looking really good there. They lost a lot of power by losing their power in base. Armor 1 comes online. They really should look at getting jetpacks as soon as possible. It looks like they're going to lose this phase gate up in departures as well, as nobody's even nearby the base. Derriere's running up there, but nobody really near the base to take the phase gate up, and they do lose it. So the alien's just taking out a lot of power at the moment. They will get this second hive up. It looks like they have a ton of hydras all over the place. The hive is just about done. They do have celerity online. They're getting a armory here in Bar. I'd like to see a phase gate go with it. The advanced armory is complete, so you should see a second chair, and as Nox Streak just leaves this phase gate to die here in departures. So a lot of teammates leaving phase gates to just die. Nobody really paying attention to what's going on. It is kind of just like a gather game of a bunch of players that aren't necessarily competitive players. So they're going to be a little bit more tempted to not pay attention to the map and just focus on what's happening right near them. But it is the job of these Marines to try to defend these phase gates, as they do push in pretty hard to locker rooms. Cook does need to die here if they want to make any progress. He is just healing the hive. And the majority of them die here, so good work by the aliens to defend their base. So departures are still largely unclaimed. The Skulks did push them out of there, but didn't really push in themselves. And we should be nearing, or we should see a fade eventually. They might not do it. They might all just be saving for Onai, which would be really devastating for these Marines. They really do need a second chair. They need to get jetpacks going, because they will see some of this stuff pretty heavy pretty soon. So this phase gate's going to go up in departures again, but I'll be curious to see if they can actually hold it. They do need to weld the power at departures as well, as Derriere gets a good pistol kill. There are a lot of skulks coming to departures. And they are biting the phase gate very quickly. So again, we're seeing Marines not really pushing back through the phase gates and trying to defend them. They really should be trying to set some mines. There is a lot of P-res on this Marine team right now. Nobody really buying welders either. So this phase gate's going to sit here like this probably, unless someone buys a welder and starts welding this stuff. So the Marines are holding well, but they're losing their phase gates to a lot of just disorganization, which, I mean, is to be expected on a game like this. These teams haven't played together ever before. They were just picked half an hour ago, or an hour ago. So this is the first time they've really played together. It's basically just a more organized pub in a tournament fashion. So you're going to see some sloppier play, but some of these guys are actually playing pretty well. Most notably for the Marines, SweetieBot is doing very well, Vampire's doing well, Derriere's doing well. And on the alien side, you've seen Cook as a Gorge in their base trying to build and all that stuff. He also looks like he's commanding, so these skulks are running into these shotguns, and Weapons 3 will be coming online shortly, so they'll be doing a lot of damage. And they do actually clear out Generator. So if they can actually hold this and take out Celerity, that would be a big blow to these aliens. They are streaming in one by one, but they do get Derriere. SweetieBot takes out 2. They get a wave spawn right behind them as they're caught in a reload cycle. So, pulling a lot of pressure off of themselves, though. Just these 3 guys pushing up into Generator has relieved a lot of pressure in other places. So, very well done by the Marines there to just get an expedition into the alien start. I would have liked to see them hunt for Celerity and Carapace, but it looks like I haven't been able to see Carapace yet. I can't really find the shell. I know Celerity's right here. Just haven't been able to find the shell. As up in North Point, Nitro and Derriere are trying to hold off some skulks. Nitro by himself, he's getting a bunch of kills here. He just needs to finish off Pony X Slayer. And again, this phase gate still hasn't been welded. So these Marines actually need to kill this Gorge, as any damage they do to it is just going to do to the hive. It's just going to be reversed. And Hax is hanging out right next to the hive, so any damage he takes as well, he's just going to heal right back. Vampire is going to be caught by Fade here. The Marines do have Armor 1 active already, so the Fades do take an extra swipe to kill them. They'll have Armor 2 active in a minute, so the Skulks take another bite to have to try to kill them. But this Fade just doesn't care at the moment. It looks like a major Skulk, or a major alien push coming into Bar. It's mind-boggling. Actually, it does need to fall back. He almost died there. Well, he was about 40% life, so he's without Blink, which just came up, so he had to play it a little safe. Nitro's just going to work over here, and Departure's getting a lot of kills. So there you go. He held Departures by himself. So some very good play by some of these Marines now that shotguns are out. They are able to kill some of these life forms. You do see the Skulks and the Marines, or the aliens, actually setting up here. They're going to try to skulk, or they're going to try to rush the Marine base. But Knockstreak does have a flamethrower, and he's going to catch this Fade with enough damage to actually force him back, because he's going to lose all his energy. Toasty is an Jonos though, so you're going to start to see some of these Oni come out and just really start to decimate some of these Marines. You do see single exosuits coming. I would recommend skipping over them and going for the second ones, or the dual guns. They will help a lot against some of these Oni when used well, but jetpacks and shotguns are definitely my personal favorite. I just feel like in an exosuit, you're denied some of your mobility, your options. You can't be beacon, you can't phase, you can't, move quickly. A jetpack just allows you to do so much. So Toxilium turns around right into an Jonos. They're doing a good job by lighting him on fire, though. It does make him a lot harder. Make it a lot harder for him to live. These two Oni are going to go right for this power, though. The Marines do kind of need to phase in here, but it's not going to work so well. You do hear some recycling. The phase gate is still active, so he didn't recycle the phase gate, but the Marine Commander just trying to recoup some of his losses. So these Marines are going to chase this Jonos
station under attack.
right back to the hive. He's just going to heal up a lot, quite a bit of life. They will lose cafeteria, so they'll lose their jetpack and exosuit ability for the moment, but they do have departures. This Jonos up in generator is probably going to die here. He can't reach these Marines because they are up on the pipes. So let me see if I can get a more cinematic view. So this is what you're seeing. The Marines are standing up on these pipes, just firing into this hive. It does go down.
Command station under attack.
The aliens also took out cafeteria, so both teams losing a base there. The beacon coming back, so anticipating a push through cafeteria, and the push is coming. So the aliens must have heard the beacon or saw all the Marines leave, and they set up to just rape these Marines that were coming carelessly through. Pony X Slayer's by himself. He needs to fall back, and these Marines do need to chase him. He is being healed by Rubik's. They do need to chase him. He is very low, but they aren't sure how low he actually is. So they are getting a second command chair up and departures built. The aliens lost generator, but it's back up already. There's a hive growing up in cafeteria, so while the Marines made some progress, they did lose cafeteria, which allowed the aliens to also move in that void where cafeteria was. So just what was looking good once the Oni came out, it seems like the Marines weren't able to apply enough pressure. Them losing power that early in the game really set them back. They were on a great pace. These Oni are coming in to try to take out this power. You hear the beacon. Chase Pony X Slayer, and he goes down. This Gorge is going to get it too. So he goes down. Just these Marines need to make a little bit of headway somewhere. They need to reclaim something. They can't let the aliens get to 3 hives after they got them down to 1 for a while there. So they do need to be aggressive, but also careful. They can't let these aliens get all these life forms and take them out. J-Crod does need to finish this Jonos off, and he's very close, as the Jonos was on fire, but he misses, and the Jonos gets away with no life. So very lucky for the Jonos there, but the Marines are pushing back into generator, so they deny this 3rd hive. Vampire trying to take out this Skulk here, Knock Streak with them. They're both using pistols. I would have liked to see a reload from Knockstreak on his assault rifle. Looks like they're beaconing again. They did lose the phase gate in departures. The aliens know that they beacon, so they're coming straight back for the power in main base, which wasn't welded, or they didn't use a mag to heal it or anything. So, but smartly, the Marines are phasing back through, chasing this Jonos. So they do that